Hello, Paul McFadden here. So this week, for the next 7 days, including today, I'm going to tackle the whole topic about no money down property investing. Can you buy a property with none of your own money? Well, the short answer is yes. And for the next 6 days, I'm going to break it down and show you many different ways and how you can buy property using none of your own money. So when I get first started in property, I focus on property deal trading, but that's not me owning properties or controlling properties. That was me sourcing a deal and selling it on to an investor and getting paid a fee. What I'm talking about is strategies where you can buy property, but you put none of your own money down, or you can control property and also put none of your own money down. So this is going to be explained over the next week. I'm going to dig deep on this and make this whole week all about no money down property investing. In fact, when you talk about no money down investing, you tend to get attacked, and there's people say, well, you can't buy property without using none of your own money because money's got to be transferred in order for you to take control and buy a property. Well, that's true, but there's many different ways in how you can structure your deal. And we're going to get into this over the next week and how you can actually either purchase a property and structure it in a way that you don't use any of your own money. There's creative financing strategies out there to make it possible. There's the one that most people know is using other people's money. I mean, my mindset has always been I'd rather have 50% of something than 100% of nothing. When I first got started in property, when I was doing deal trading, I was seeing so many great deals. And I thought, I want to keep some of these. But the challenge I had is I had poor credit. I was able to get one property that I bought in my own name as a buy-to-let. Then I went to try and get property number 2 and I was declined a mortgage because I had some debts from credit cards and loans and overdrafts at a young age and misused those things and fell behind with a few payments, so I wasn't able to get a second mortgage. But what I realised is I'd rather have 50% of something than 100% of nothing. And by the way, that first property, in fact, let me just backtrack. My first ever property that I bought was my own residential home. Paid £98,000 for it at full market value. This is before the 2008 recession. The 5% deposit that was required, we put a credit card on for the 5%. That's how we funded that property. So we used none of our own money. We got a mortgage lender that gave us 95%. The other 5% we used a credit card for. Property number 2, my first buy-to-let, was a no money down property investment as well. Why? Because I used other people's money. I found other people to give me the money for the deposit. I was able to refinance, pull the money back out, return that money, plus give them interest payment for doing that. So I utilised other people's money. And then when I started to build my property portfolio, which ultimately led me to become a full-time property investor by the age of 24, so 5 years after getting started, the other 9 properties, 9 buy-to-lets, because remember, the first one was my residential, my first buy-to-let, I owned in my own name, but the next 9, because property number 10 allowed me to go full-time in property from the income, my share of the income that came from those properties, to allow me to go full-time, but those other 9 properties, I did a joint venture with other people where they would get the property in their own name. They would put the money into the deal as well. I would source the property, we'd refinance, pull the money back out, they would get their funds back, and we would own the property 50-50. So again, I didn't want to give these great deals away to other investors. I wanted to benefit from them. So my mindset earlier on was I'd rather have 50% of something than 100% of nothing. And that there was the start of leveraging other people and other people's money. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow, but over the next few days for the rest of this week, we're going to go into creative financing strategies. We're going to talk about commercial finance and funding, how to structure your deals with development finance as well. So you don't even need a joint venture partner. You're basically joint venturing with a lender. And we'll break that down as well. We're going to talk about different strategies where you can control property, such as lease options and delayed completions. This is the type of things we're going to talk about for the rest of this week. That's going to show you and open your eyes up to a whole different game that's getting played in this property world. Most people think it's just traditional buy-to-lets or whatever it may be. You buy a property, put a deposit down, you need to save up that money. But saving for a deposit is painful, it'll take you forever, it's a nightmare. I don't recommend you do it. I recommend there's many other ways that you can build up your deposit funds, the money you need to buy a property if that's your goal. But what you're going to see over the rest of this week, if you stay tuned, is that you can truly buy property with none of your own money. And I'm going to break that down and make it clear starting from tomorrow. So today was really just to talk about the series that's going to come for the rest of this week, the whole topic and subject on no money down property investing. Hey, if you're eager and you want to jump in and get into education and the knowledge at a deeper level to help you with all this going forward, then maybe check out propertyprodigy.com, where we've got training programs, 12 months that will support you in helping your journey, give you everything you need to know to get started with or without money. But again, for the rest of this week, we're going to talk about this and break it down so you can really get clear and see the possibility that's there to buy property using none of your own money. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel if you're watching there, or the podcast player if you're listening. And if you think that anyone else would like to know more about no money down property investing, then maybe share this with a few people so they can get in the know as well. So all the best, bye for now, and I'll catch you tomorrow where we kick off day one of no money down property investing with using other people's money.